What you have just watched is when Gregg shot her mother emotionlessly. What makes this case so disturbing is that Gregg is only a 14-year-old girl. But why did she do it? To understand this, we must go back to what happened on that day. The Gregg case took place in Brandon, Mississippi, a suburban city just east of Jackson, the state capital. With a population of about 24,000, Brandon is known for its family-friendly atmosphere, good schools, and community events. While generally considered safe, Brandon is not completely free from crime. It has lower crime rates compared to larger cities, but some property crimes and occasional violent offenses do occur. The Brandon Police Department actively works to maintain safety and address crime in the community. Gregg was a bright young girl living in Brandon, Mississippi. She was just 14 years old, but was already a star student at Northwest Rankin High School. Carly was known for her intelligence and hard work, even winning awards for her achievements. Her mother, Smylie, worked as a teacher at the same school. Many people admired their close relationship, but beneath the surface, things were not as perfect as they seemed. Growing up, Carly faced many challenges. Although she was smart, she struggled with her mental health. From a young age, she experienced feelings of sadness and anxiety. Carly's family life was also complicated. Her father, Gregg, was not part of her life, and her mother had remarried a man named Smylie. Despite this new family structure, Carly often felt lonely and misunderstood. In school, Carly was often praised for her achievements. She was not only intelligent, but also curious about the world around her. However, she started to feel pressure to keep up with expectations. Carly's life took a turn when she began experimenting with marijuana. She thought it was a way to escape her problems, but it only made things worse. Ashley, worried about her daughter's well-being, discovered Carly's secret. When she found marijuana hidden in Carly's room, she felt heartbroken. Ashley wanted to protect her daughter and guide her back to a better path. She started having serious conversations with Carly, hoping to understand what was going on in her mind. But Carly felt trapped. She didn't want her mother to control her life. As the days went by, the tension between Carly and Ashley grew. Carly felt like her mother was always watching her. She could feel the pressure building, and it was hard for her to cope. Instead of talking about her feelings, Carly began to rebel against the rules. She sneaked out with friends and continued using marijuana, thinking it would make her problems disappear. Then came the day that changed everything. On March 19th, 2024, it was just a normal day. After school, Carly and her mother, Ashley, came home, just like they did every day. The sun was shining as they walked through the front door, but this day would soon become very different. As Carly stepped inside, she felt a mix of emotions: anger, frustration, and fear. She was overwhelmed by her thoughts and the pressure of her life. The walls of their home felt too close, making her feel even more alone and rebellious. Ashley noticed that something was wrong with Carly. She had seen how Carly was acting differently lately, how she was quieter, how she kept secrets, and how they didn't seem as close anymore. Worried about her daughter, Ashley decided to take action. She went to search Carly's room, hoping to find the marijuana she thought Carly might be hiding. With every step toward Carly's room, Ashley's heart raced. She was scared, but determined to understand what was going on with her daughter. She hoped to find something that would help explain why Carly, who used to be so happy, seemed to be struggling. As she opened the door to Carly's room, she prepared herself to face whatever she might find inside. But Carly was not ready for this confrontation. As she watched her mother search her room, she felt her heart racing. Fear and desperation filled her mind. In that moment, she made a decision that would haunt her forever. Carly walked into her mother's bedroom and found a gun that Ashley kept for protection. With a heavy heart and a whirlwind of thoughts racing through her mind, she picked it up. In that moment, everything changed. Carly confronted her mother, pointing the gun at Ashley. A surge of emotions flooded through her. Before she could think clearly, she pulled the trigger. The loud bang echoed through the house. Ashley fell to the floor, lifeless. At that moment, Carly stared coldly at her mother's lifeless body on the ground, showing no emotional reaction at all. After shooting her mother, instead of running away, she sent a text to her stepfather, Heath. Pretending to be her mother, she typed, "When will you be home, honey?" This terrifying act showed that Carly knew exactly what she was doing. She understood the weight of her actions. After shooting her mother, Carly didn't panic. Instead, she called a friend and invited her over, wanting to show off something terrible. When her friend arrived, Carly asked if she wanted to see a dead body. This strange reaction confused her friend, who had no idea of the horror that had just happened. The identity of Carly Gregg's friend who saw her mother's body hasn't been made public. After the killing, Carly invited a friend to her home and showed them the body, making a disturbing comment about whether they could handle seeing it. The friend's testimony was a key part of the trial, helping the prosecution show Carly's mindset and behavior following the crime. When Heath arrived home, he walked into a nightmare. He saw Carly standing in the kitchen with the gun. In a split second, Carly shot him too. But he survived the attack. Heath described Carly's expression as one of chaos, as if she had lost touch with reality. The police were called, and when they arrived, they found Ashley's body in the house. As the investigation began, the police discovered surveillance footage that captured the tragic events of that day. The video showed Carly acting calm as she interacted with her dogs, even after the shooting. This evidence raised serious questions about her mental state. Did she really not understand what she had done? Carly was taken into custody and charged with murder and attempted murder. The case quickly became a focal point in the community. Everyone was shocked that a young girl could commit such a violent act. Friends and family were left trying to make sense of the tragedy, questioning what could have led Carly to this point. In court, the focus shifted to Carly's mental health. Experts debated whether she was legally insane at the time of the shooting. Some argued she was deeply troubled and didn't know right from wrong, while others pointed to her actions, suggesting that she understood the consequences of her choices. Carly's defense team argued that she suffered from mental health disorders, including bipolar disorder. They claimed she experienced psychosis, which affected her understanding of reality. But the prosecution painted a different picture. They highlighted Carly's actions, showing that she planned and carried out the shooting with intent. As the trial unfolded, testimonies revealed Carly's complex background. Friends described her as a bright and talented girl who had fallen into a dark path. They recalled how she struggled with feelings of inadequacy and often felt the need to escape her problems. These revelations made Carly's actions seem both tragic and shocking. The jury had to decide if Carly was guilty of murder. They listened to expert testimonies and reviewed the evidence presented in court. In the end, they found Carly guilty of murder and attempted murder. She was sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole. The verdict shocked many people. Some believed Carly deserved compassion, while others felt she needed to face the consequences of her actions. The community was left to grapple with the impact of this tragedy. Carly's story became a reminder of the importance of mental health awareness and the need for open conversations within families. Thank you for joining us today. If you found this story impactful, please like the video, leave your thoughts in the comments below, and subscribe to our channel for more true crime stories. Until next time, stay safe and take care.